On YouTube, this is 3zinferno. So today we're gonna be talking about banlist predictions. It's a little bit early, but I think I have a general idea of what's gonna happen on this banlist. If you think like Konami, it's really easy sometimes to, or it's not really easy. It's possible to deduce how they think and what kind of cards they're trying to get, or how they try to get you to buy more packs. So this is gonna be an interesting list. Tell me what you guys think. I really think I'm gonna be pretty close on most of these, if not hit them right on the money. So let's start. Banned. What I think is gonna get banned from the current set, from right now. Mind control. Mind control is amazing. It's broken. It's so versatile. You can be face down, you can take it, flip it face up. Since we can exceed now and synchro and exceed now, mind control makes all the difference. It means it's so good, and you can just mind control and get rid of the thing and attack for game, like just to move the monster out of the way. Mind control is too broken, I feel like. I think it's ban worthy. Next, brio. Brionic is really, I don't know what to say about Brionic. Brionic is really good. It messes up game mechanics because that's how a lot of FTKs work, or like OTKs. Like, you know how Brio with Mizuki and things like that, like zombies and things like that. And FTKs, you bounce Brio back and then you like make it again later. Brios are really broken. And like if other cards ever want to come back, like even like premature or something like that. Even though I know Hidden Armory is out, but like just example, like premature or even call, ban Brio. And I have a reason for banning Brio. We'll talk about that. Another reason for banning Brio. We'll talk about it later. And the last card that I think will get banned, and this is very skeptical. This is the most skeptical one I have, but I think it's noteworthy. Tsang. The reason why I think Tsang will get banned is because, first of all, it's really broken with Tour Guide, right? But not just because it's broken with Tour Guide, but because they want to promote their new set. Now, what happens when Order of Chaos, no one wants to buy the pack anymore because they're going to hit windups, they're going to hit Insectors. I think they're going to hit Ninja a little bit, but I'll talk about that. So, what happens when they hit that? What's left? Tour Bus. Excuse me. They want to sell packs still. And how do they get you to buy packs? They ban Tsang. Because if they ban Tsang, what's the other level 3 you're going to use most likely? Or easiest to get to use? Tour Bus. It fits every deck. Like, there's other level 3s like Infernity Necromancer, Fable Kushano, but those don't fit every deck. Tour Bus can actually fit every deck. So, from a Konami perspective, Tsang is eligible to get hit just to sell packs, because we know windups and Insectors are going to get hit. Guaranteed. So, interesting. So, what I think is going to come back from the ban list? Well, if you ban Brio, you have to bring back Goyo. Goyo is super good. We know it is. But one reason why I think it's able to come back is because a lot of more people are XYZ summoning, exceeding nowadays. And if you Goyo and take their exceed, most exceed monsters aren't that good without materials. So when you Goyo and take their like Utopia, or not Utopia, like Leviaire, okay, you can steal their monster, but you get no materials. You're not gonna Leviaire anything main phase 2. Like, people think like, oh, you Goyo, take the Leviaire, and then activate Leviaire. I'm like, oh, okay, all the material falls off because it hits the graveyard, and then you take it. So Goyo Guardian, I think, is eligible. And this is definitely coming back. Royal Oppression. Royal Oppression will come back. I know I talked about this because they wanted to, in the last video I had, I talked about why Konami, you know how they promote stuff. They ban Oppression so that they could sell, or they can incorporate the idea of exceed summoning with no fear. Just like, summon 3 MSTs, Heavy Storm, no Oppression, exceed all you want. Alright, they're basically telling you to explore exceeds. But now that we know how powerful it is, put back Oppression. slow it back down a little, which is why I know a lot of people are anticipating a slow format next format, which I think is possible. It's very possible, but we'll see about that. So, oppression. Back to 1. Alright, now, what I think is going to go down to 1. Now, I don't have all these cards, so I'm just going to show you some of them. But, down to 1, I think it's possible. Master Hyperion. Master Hyperion is really good. It's one of the best boss monsters in the game. You can remove from your hand or field or graveyard an agent, and then remove a light from your graveyard to pop a card. Now, agents play a big, they play a big role in the OCG. Agents, windups, and insectors. So, I think Hyperion's gonna get hit because it's also really good in OCG. Another thing I think will go to 1 are these things: Zen Mighty and Zen Mines. Zen Mighty is really broken because you know that it's like it hand loops you for 3. It can hand loop you for 3 cards. You can have like a Veiler or Maxi or things like that. So this is a really broken card that just came out in the new set. And Zen Mines. Zen Mines is going crazy. It's just going up and up and up and up and up. And Zen Mines is just a really good card. This thing is going to get hit because of its really broken effect. And it's just really good in windups. Windups is still going to be playable. It's just not the hand loop version that everyone wants to play right now, or is playing right now. And another one, I think, Leviair. Leviair at 1 makes it fair, honestly, because like I just think this should be at 1. It's just like a Trishula or something like that. Leviair is just a 1 of, and I think you should only be allowed 1, because you shouldn't be allowed to bring back all your remove from play stuff with multiple Leviairs, because like it should just be, if I bring this out, I better have get to use it, otherwise it's not good. Because if you waste your resources on a Leviair, you want to only have 1, or your opponent have 1. You know what I mean? Like it. I'm sort of blanking on the words right now, but it just makes sense to me that Leviair should be at 1. So we'll stick with that. Now to 2, I think Windup Rat should be at 2. Just because it's not as broken without Zen Mighty with the hand loop, but I mean it's still good, but not as broken as Zen Mighty hand loop. But I think it's possible to go down to 1 too. But I think 2 is about right. MST from 3 to 2, it possibly even to 1 as well. But I think I like it at 2. And yep. And then we have Insectors. What are we going to hit from Insectors? Well, what I think is, what am I saying? Hornet is going to go down to 2. And Dragonfly will go down to 2 as well. I think that's about what they can do with that. If anything, Dragonfly goes down to 1 because of the special summon ability, and it's harder to rip. Like if you rip a Centipede, you'll pop a card on the field and add a card to your hand. But Dragonfly is the one that you normal summon it, equip, pop a card, special Centipede, equip, pop a card, and then you add a card to your hand. That's like a +3 or +3 at least. So Dragonfly might go down to 1, Hornet to 2. And the deck's still playable. You can even, you know, OCG mixes windups with Insectors, so maybe we'll see some builds of those. Another thing that I think will get limited, Emergency Call, E-Call. It's just like reinforcement of the army. You add a warrior, except elemental. You have to add an elemental hero with E-Call. But I think it's really broken still because when that dark monster comes out, a dark fusion comes out, Super Poly will hit every single attribute, period. And I don't think that's fair if you're gonna have 3 E-calls and Super Poly everything. That's just broken. I don't understand how you could do that. So I mean, like, cause it's 1 elemental hero and 1 light monster, 1 elemental hero and 1 fire monster. If you have one that's 1 elemental hero and 1 dark monster, you'll hit every single deck, no problem. And I don't think that you should be allowed to run 3 E-calls when you can Super Poly everything that hits the field, in my opinion. And oh, and one more thing, I think Wind-Up Magician should get hit. Either that or Factory, just because Magician and Factory are really broken, and because of our TCG exclusive Cybershark, I think more likely than not it would be Magician. Just because if you activate an effect and then use Factory to add Shark to your hand, you can't special the Shark because the monster's already been summoned. Separate chain links. So I think more likely than not Magician's going to get hit. But we'll see about that. I might have left something out, but I think that's the majority of the things that I was going to go over. I don't think plants are going to get hit. If anything, actually no, I don't think they're going to get hit. Plants are on the decline right now, as are slower decks are going to come back, like Gladiator Beasts, Ninjas. Oh, actually, Ninja, I think the one thing that they might hit Ninjas is Hanzo. Hanzo is a Stratos, and it's a really good Stratos. They are probably going to hit it, I think, to like at least 2. But anything with a Stratos effect is pretty broken. So that's another reason why I think Tsang is getting banned. Just, if you think like Konami, and you want to sell your new packs, what happens? You limit Hanzo to 2, so not that people want Hanzo. Then you're limiting Zen Mines to 1. You're hurting the windups, so Rats and Sharks are down. Insector Hornets are down. Everything's down in prices. So, what's your money card? What's the one that everyone's looking for? Torbus. That is why I feel like Tsang can get banned. And I know a lot of people will argue with me over this, but I think I like how I think I understand somewhat how Konami's thinking. So just, you know, feel free to tell me what you guys think. Just what you guys think will get hit and what will come back and things like that. And just, you know, comment below. Alright, thanks guys. 3zinferno signing out.